Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear you. Happy Wait, what? Not your birthday? Well, my bad. It'd been pretty awesome if today was your birthday. Though, wouldn't it have been? Yeah, it would have. But it wasn't. Very unlikely that today is your birthday, unfortunately. But actually, out of the classroom, they say that it's a 50-50 chance that two people will share a birthday. That is pretty interesting. That's something we can cover later when we get to probability. Enough of me yapping. We're going to cover combinatorics. This will be a quick video. And the question in combinatorics is how many ways can we do something? So let's answer that question. Before we answer some of the more difficult combinatorics questions, let's get some vocab down. Erasing is awesome. Alright, so here's our vocab. The first piece of vocab is the universe. And what that means is the total population. So for example, if we're considering a classroom, the universe is the people in the classroom. Or if we're considering the, schools in the United States, that would be the schools in the United States. That's it. It's not that hard. So the symbol for the universe is a U, and in this class we're going to use the size of the universe to be looking like this, which looks like the absolute value of U. What that means is, for example, if we have a class size of 20 people, that means the size of the universe is 20. Pretty straightforward. One thing to notice is that notation varies from one class to another, so if you're taking this in college, you might be seeing slightly different notation. Just got to roll with the punches, ladies and gentlemen. The next piece of vocab is the event, which is marked as E, and the same notation with the absolute value lines around E representing the size of the event. Alright, let's go to the next page. So here's a question. How would we represent this information? Let's say we have 55 people. We're going to call that E. My goodness. I've already made a mistake. I'm not going to call that E. What are we talking about, Robert? Ugh! I'm not going to restart this video. That's ridiculous. Anyway, we're going to call that U for the universe. And let's say that our event is men. So that's E. And not men, we are going to call that the complement of E. So that's going to be represented as E with a little c above it. So below we can show some work. And we'll be able to see that the size of E is 25. The size of the universe is 55. And with a little bit of deductive reasoning, you can realize that the size of E plus the size of E complement is the size of the universe. Isn't that lovely? So that means that 25 plus the size of E complement is 55. Isn't that precious? So do a little solving. You can realize the size of E complement is 30. Well, I hope that was an enjoyable experience for you. I had a great time. We're going to pull it up a notch next video on the counting principle. Have a lovely statistical day.